Hey guys, and welcome to Biscuits Total War. This is Biscuits giving you an online commentary for Rome Total War. Today we're playing a 6-player free-for-all. The rules are CWB, scored resolution and 10k each on large scale. And we're playing on the Thracian hills. So I'm using the Seleucids here, and I've gone for a fairly standard build. I've got 3 pikemen, 2 archers, 2 jav cav, and 3 cataphracts. And we've got this guy over here. He is Exira, I think that's how you pronounce it. I know this guy is a sub for my channel, so if you're watching, please leave a little comment in the video to let me know how you pronounce your name, because I know I'm doing it incorrectly. Anyway, this guy has got pretty much a souped up extreme build. He has got 4 urban cohorts, 2 auxiliary archers, and 4 Praetorian cav. So he's pretty much gone for the creme de la creme that the Romans can field to Rome Total War. Over here we've got the TheSweatyGamer, and again he's gone for a very similar build to what I've got. He has got 2 archers, 4 companion cav, and 3 royal pikemen. And then at the back here, let's pause this for 2 moments. We've got a guy called Marshall who's playing as the Julii. He's gone for a really weird build. He's got 2 urbans, he's got 1 legionary first cohort, 2 hastati, 2 auxiliary cav, and 1 Roman general. So he's really much gone for a pick and mix approach for his build. Over here we have got the Carthaginians played by the player Greb, and we've also got the Thracians played by MattBlueShift. Now I said to MattBlueShift at the beginning of the match, there's no way in hell that he's going to win this battle, because he's brought the Thracians, and there's Thracians, to be honest, they're pretty weak. They're up there with Spain at the end of the day. They can do an okay build at 10k, but you really are pushing it. And he's going to go up against the Carthaginians. The Carthaginians are quality over quantity, and the Thracians are quantity over quality. Hope I got that the right way around. Anyway, so what's going to happen? You can see the Thracians have got their heavy infantry at the front, followed by their Balearic slingers at the back. They've got their cav here, and what he's going to do is nice little move. He's going to sneak his Iberian spearmen into these cav units, so this cav is going to be really strong. And what's going to happen now, in comes the Thracian cav. He's going to charge straight into this unit here, as you can see, but these pike units are hidden away, and within about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe even about 20 seconds, you'll see about all of these Thracian cav are going to instantaneously rout. There's no way in hell they're going to be able to beat all of these units, because these units are pretty much gold, if not higher. Sacred Band cav plus Iberian spearmen. As you can see, all of these guys are pretty much going to shit themselves, and they're just going to get out of there. So that's pretty much the Thracians taken out. Over here, let's get back to the main battle where I am. Now I've got my guys into loose formation. I'm shooting these guys over here, but I have noticed that the damn Julii are now going to try and attack me. So although I'm trying to hold off these Romans over here, the Romans over here have attacked me, which is a bit of a pain. Now they're going to charge in their absolutely souped up urban cohort. I'm going to charge in, get my pikes down, so I get my spears down, get my maces down, and try and munch through these urban cohorts. Because these urban cohorts are just so heavily upgraded, I'm not going to be able to actually wipe them out. But I'm attacking these guys down here. I'm holding off these guys, and surprise, surprise, in comes the TheSweatyGamer, the Macedonians. They now want to part of the action. They're now going to sweep in. So I've seen that. I'm now going to peel off this pike unit and try and block off these Macedonians, whilst I'm trying to get as many kills as I possibly can. Again, this is scored resolution, so I want to make sure I can kill as many of these urbans as possible. I'm going to charge in again with a secondary charge, try and kill a few more of these guys. And these guys here, these hastati, are going to throw some pila into the flanks of my guys. They're going to do a bit of damage, but my guys are gold. And I think I pretty much managed to kill their general. I'm not entirely sure. But what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pull back my guys, pull back the unit, and go in for another charge anytime now. Again, over here, I'm just trying to shoot these guys over here, trying to shoot these Macedonians over here, and I'm just trying to finish off these urbans as quick as I possibly can. So I'm going to charge in my cav here, try and get a little bit of a side swipe here, trying to get these units here, which are all accumulated, all massed up. Let's go in for another charge, And now here comes the companion cav. Companion cav are charging at me, so I'm going to try and use these archers. I'm trying to use these archers to try and shoot these guys. I'm going to now peel off my pikes and try and fend off this companion cav. I want to try and get as many kills of these Julii as I possibly can, and I think I've pretty much done that. These urbans are now starting to rout, so we're doing really well there. So Julii are pretty much taken out. The only thing they've got left are those 2 archers in the back here. I'm now going to pull my guys back up and try and fend off these Macedonians. These Macedonians are coming here for a few sneaky kills, but as I'm doing that, in comes the Brutii now. The Brutii are now going to charge straight into my guys. They're too quick for me. I should have put my guys into a tight formation, but I've got my guys down. I've got the pikes down into guard mode, and now what I'm going to try and do is pull my cav right around the back here and try and get some decent kills on these urbans on this side. So wherever I go, I'm being attacked. I'm going to zoom in now. I'm going to go in straight for a slice charge here. Hopefully it can cause a bit of a rout. Now that I've routed these urban units, in comes the Praetorian cav. Praetorian cav are now going to counter my attack. Charge into the back of my cataphracts. I'm going to pull my cataphracts out, put this onto normal speed for a few moments, and now I'm going to drop my pikes down and try and kill as many of these Praetorian cav as I possibly can. In comes the Macedonians. They're now going to charge into my guys, so we've got a proper mosh pit here going on. But all of a sudden my guys have just hit the pan. They've absolutely routed. They're done and dusted. There's only so much damage that I can take from these Brutii and these Macedonians. So unfortunately my guys have now been wiped out, but I have managed to get quite a decent amount of kills. Managed to kill a bunch of these urbans, managed to kill a bunch of these Praetorian cav, and also a bunch of these companion cav, as well as the urbans down here. But anyway, it's now going to be turned into a 1-2-3 player free-for-all. It looks like the Thracians are pretty much being wiped out, and now it's going to be down to the Macedonians versus the Brutii. So the Macedonians are going to charge down here with their cav. Now I don't believe there's any upgrades. Oh no, there are lots of upgrades on these units. They're going to charge in and they're going to try and take out these Praetorian cav. Praetorian cav are now going to swing around and charge straight into these guys. Now what the Brutii should do now is these archers should switch on to flame attack and use these guys to shoot the back to these Macedonian cav. The Macedonian cav are using ult attack, and the Praetorian cav aren't using the ult attack, but the Praetorian cav should be able to beat the Macedonians in a 1-to-1 melee fight, as you can see here. And now the Praetorian cav are now going to surround these guys, cause them to rout, and get a few nice little kills here. So there we go, they're pretty much taking them out. Now the Praetorian cav are now going to zoom all the way back over here and try and get some hammer and anvil strikes upon these royal pikemen. These royal pikemen aren't going to be able to do too much damage at all, because at the end of the day they're fighting urbans, and urbans are like the cockroaches of Rome Total War. You know, you could drop an A-bomb on Rome Total War and the urban cohort would still survive. They are that powerful. They're all-rounded. They can fight anywhere in any terrain. They can take on any unit, and more than likely they'll probably win as well. So the Praetorian cav has come around the back here to try and attack the backs of these royal pikemen, which have managed to do there. So the Macedonians have absolutely been wiped out. The only thing they've got left now is just these archers. And what's going to happen now, they're going to charge in their Praetorian cav, charge in their units, and try and cause a bit of a rout here, try and sweep them off. So there we go, the Macedonians have been taken out. The Brutii, the last man standing, against myself, against the Macedonians, and against the Julii. So of these 4 players which took part, the Brutii are now the last man standing. So let's put this onto triple speed and see what we've got left. So what we've got left is a couple of Julii archers in the background there. We've got some Thracian units over there, and then we've got a good chunk of these Carthaginians, and got a few of these Brutii players left. So let's see what happens. The Brutii are going to fall back to this hill. I was saying to the Brutii player, what he should really do is get his guys back over here, because his archers have got the range at the end of the day. His archers should be able to shoot these Carthaginians from the top of this mountain without getting any casualties at the end of the day. But what's going to happen, the Thracians are now going to come in with their archers, and try and do a bit of skirmishing, try and shoot some of these guys. The Carthaginians, what they're going to do, they're going to sweep their guys over here and try and finish off the Thracians. At the end of the day, they have killed a good chunk of these Thracians, but because they're only Thracians, they're really weak units at the end of the day. And because they're weak units at the end of the day, we're playing on scored resolution. And what the Carthaginian player really needs to try and do is to kill some good quality units, aka take on the Brutii. Because if he just takes on the Thracians, takes on these Julii archers, although yes, he's going to get kills, they're not good quality kills, and that's what he needs to get at the end of the day. He's killed lots of Thracians, but he hasn't killed a lot of quality units. The Brutii player has managed to get quite a few quality kills. He's managed to kill both the companion cav, he's managed to kill a good chunk of my cataphracts. So at the moment, the Brutii player is pretty much in pole position if you look at the quality of kills. Let's have a look to see what's going on over here. Looks like the Thracian player is now eventually been taken out. So the Carthaginian player is now going to fall back to where he was over here. Let's have a look. It's just the Julii player just trying to harass him with his archers. His archers are now going to run back. Let's have a look to see what's going to happen now. What should he really do is get his guys into a nice formation and try and get his guys around these Brutii units. Maybe try and outflank him, outmaneuver him. But what he doesn't do, what he shouldn't do, is send his guys straight up this hill. If he does that, that's going to be really detrimental, because these urban cohort to be able to go around the flanks, go around the sides, and cause a lot of damage. So here we go. Let's see what's going to happen. Is the Carthaginian going to do that? Yep, he's going to walk straight up. He's going to try and take on these urban cohorts, which is really poor decision to do at the end of the day, because these urban cohorts can outmaneuver those guys. As you can see, they're going to charge in, and now they're going to try and go around the backs of these guys. They're going to try and encircle. The Carthaginians are good at 1-to-1 if they get into a decent formation, but their formation is scattered, their formation is broken, which is going to mean that these urban cohorts can really encircle these units, make sure they're getting a decent amount of kills. And you can see exactly what's going to go on here. These Carthaginians are now surrounded. There's nothing much they can really do. They're routed, they're pretty much taken out. So what's left on the battlefield? Well, we've got a couple of units which are routing. There's a couple of Julii units left somewhere on this battlefield, I believe. That's going to put us onto triple speed. Now, as you can see in the top right hand corner of the actual replay, the replay goes on to 300,000, and we're on about 1,500 at the moment. So the actual replays are really long, and the reason is because there was a bit of a glitch on this battlefield. We were trying to kill all of the units, try and chase them off the battlefield, but unfortunately we were unable to do that. So the battle replay goes on and on and on and on and on for some time. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop the recording now for a few moments, and I'm going to pick it up at the end, because as you can see, it's just really the Brutii that's left. He's trying to chase down this last unit of Julii units, which have now routed. So the Brutii is the last man standing, but because it's scored resolution, the replay won't finish until every single unit has been chased off the battlefield. So I'll stop the recording now, and we'll pick it up in just 2 moments. Okay, so we're back, guys, and this is the actual scorecard of the actual replay. So in first position, we have got the Brutii player. Played really well, gotten a lot of kills, and you can see he got in nearly 1,800 kills. In second position came Greb, as the Carthaginians did really well there. He got in some decent quality kills against those urbans, and I think that really helped him out. And then I came in third with 701 kills, and I think all of my kills basically came from Marshall, getting all of those points, killing those urban cohorts, as well as a bunch of the Brutii cav, which I managed to kill, as well as their urbans. TheSweatyGamer came in fourth with only 381 kills. And then we've also got the Thracian player, MattBlueShift, at 433 kills, 5th position. And the last but not least, we've got Marshall with 243 kills. So yeah, as you can see, guys, it's not down to the amount of kills that you get, it's down to the amount of quality kills that you get. So I hope you guys enjoy that. It was definitely really close at the very top of that mountain, where I got attacked by 3 people pretty much instantaneously. But I'm really chuffed with the replay, really chuffed with the battle. Hope you guys found it entertaining. So guys, as always, please show your support for the channel. Please subscribe, please like and leave a comment. And if you do have the ability to share the video, please do share it if you have your own YouTube channel. And I'll catch you guys soon for the next Rome Total War online battle. In the meantime, thanks so much for your time, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys soon. Bye now.